Whose line is it anyway? The program which puts the performers on the spot, puts the audience in command, and keeps me in a job. Well, just about. And it features tonight the return of America's premier improviser, the indescribable Greg Proops, plus the surprise return of Britain's premier impressionist, the inimitable Rory Bremner, and the welcome return to civilization of Canada's premier animal impersonator, the incredible Colin Mockery, and finally the welcome re-return of the world's Premier League competitor on this show, the immeasurable Ryan Stiles. The first game we're going to start with tonight is Film and Theatre Stars with Ryan and Greg. If they come on down, I'm just going to give them a little scene to do in just a moment, but they have, in the course of it, to break into some film and theatre styles, as suggested now by the members of the studio audience. No good shouting out if you're home watching on television, it's got to be here. So, anybody film and theatre styles?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, that is a director, so that would be okay. Woody Allen.
Scorsese.
Kabuki, Scorsese.
Sex education video.
Right, is that an audio placing, or are you just... You've seen a few of those, haven't you? I can tell the way you're squinting. So, sex education video, great. Any more?
River dance.
River dance. Why does that always get a laugh when you just have to show? Oh, I'd like to see that. Yes, we'll be breaking into river dance, I can be sure. Two scientists about to shrink themselves down to go into somebody's body. That is the scene, a familiar scene from all dramas. I'll give you some styles selected from those ones in a moment.
All right, Dr. Stiles, which end would you like to enter?
I think I'm going to go through the mouth. I've shrunk our clothes already, so
Perfect.
We'll be ready when we get down to that size. Look, Greg, I want you to know if both of us don't come back, I've really enjoyed working beside you.
And I'd like you to know that if I die, I want you to kill everyone I hated when I was alive.
You can count on me, my friend.
All right.
Step into the chamber.
Woody Allen.
Perfect. I'm going to shrink myself to go inside with Himmler.
Greg, I've just got a bad feeling about this, that's all.
You get a bad feeling. The last time I was this small, I was with my ex-wife.
Okay, sex education video.
Before we step into the chamber, it's always important to get to know your partner. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi, I'm Greg. This is my body, and this is my penis.
He said yes. Now it's time for a little heavy petting. Not too much, just a little to let him know you like him.
After all, if there's too much petting, we won't be able to shrink in time.
And that's Ryan's idea of heavy petting, is it? Kabuki.
Boy, would I like to go in the chamber with him.
River dance.
Time to go.
Okay. Wait a minute, I can't go in. I've forgotten my atomic headband. Now I'm uncool from the early 80s. Let's go.
A horror movie.
Something's been in the shrinking chamber before us, Doctor, and my lines are coming out slower and slower.
There's some sort of liquid covering the ground.
It's delicious.
I wouldn't taste it.
That puts you in a 5-point lead over each other as we go on to a game called Press Conference. This is for all four contestants. I'm going to feature Colin Mockery as a very important person taking a press conference. The others will be the press. And I'm handing them an envelope which tells the members of the press who Colin Mockery is, which character he's playing. He doesn't know who he is, but he's going to work it out from the way the questions are asked of him and how he answers them. Or if he doesn't, he's going to be taken out and shot. So, high stakes on this particular round, but take it away, Colin.
Well, gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming to this hastily called thing. So please, feel free to answer any. Yes.
I'm wondering who was first.
I think it was obvious, quite obvious from the photo. It was me.
Charlie McDonald, ITN. Who would you say was the best?
was the best? Well, of course, being first isn't always the best. The person who was second was actually the best. Yes.
Guy from another country. You don't know me.
Hi.
Yeah. How long did it take?
It took about 15 hours. Although, I did hear of one Mexican who managed to do it in 14 minutes.
Where did all this take place?
It took place in my bedroom. Because I just had it painted, and I felt that was the best place to have it.
Was anybody watching?
The eyes of the world were upon me! And I welcome the eyes of the world! I have no secrets! Next question!
Jeremy Paxman, Newsnight. So when is the book coming out?
The book will be coming out next week. I was writing as I was doing this. Just to save time. Yes.
Yes. Which one was your favorite out of all of them?
Yeah, I think we all want to know that. Don't we? I don't know how to answer that.
Well, I would say the one who was the gentlest.
And which one would that be?
Well, of course, that goes without saying. That would be Softy.
Softy.
Softy, the gentle elf.
Oh, is that the one with the ears?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you must have a very vague idea by now. Who do you think you are?
I'm a guy
Yes!
who had sex with the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, close enough. I'll give it to you there. Yes, well done. I had to cheat there for a bit of excitement. You're somebody who claims you've had sex with every member of the royal family, but some also have to be. As we go on to sound effects, this is for Colin and Ryan, and Colin's going to, mime an everyday-ish kind of scene, while Ryan will provide the sound effects for him. And the everyday scene is, it's a New York cop who's on patrol in his car, and he gets called out to a drugs bust. Because it is every day in New York, isn't it? So take it away. Scores are very interesting, though of course I'm lying. As we go on to the next game, which is the film review, this is for all four contestants. Rory is going to be reviewing a release of a film, and he'll be describing some scenes from it, and the others will be acting out the scenes that he describes. In fact, since he's doing it, he might as well do it in the style of Barry Norman, who's the premier film reviewer in this country, of course. So let's make it a science fiction film.
Attack of the Giant Bananas.
Right, you thought of that on your own, did you? Okay. I don't know, the Attack of the Giant Bananas, as described to us and previewed for us by Barry Norman, and some clips.
Ah, yes, all of which brings us down rather than I thought to world of films. Need I say more? No, I needn't. That's never stopped me before. And in a sense, What Are Critics For? The depressing sequel to What Are Critics 3. And so on to... On to this week's film, Attack of the Killer Bananas. Oh yes, and in a special guest appearance, Ryan Stiles and... Oh yes, and they don't come much thicker than that. As in all science fiction movies, it begins in the control room at Houston, where something on the screen has gone disastrously wrong.
What's wrong, Smithers? We've lost contact with the ship, sir. It seemed to just slip away.
What do you mean?
Well, 1 minute it was there, and the next moment it just slipped away.
My God, you're outside the complex! Giant squished banana!
That must be what I saw up there. I saw a cigar-shaped object, but they're kind of similar, aren't they?
Yes, it's got certain appeal.
Sir, yes. Send me up there in the XK-49. I'll get rid of those bananas.
You fool, we haven't even tested that out yet.
I don't care. Someone's got to save Earth.
Okay.
Oh yes, sadly, One Turn does deserve a sequel. And later on, of course, how many bananas do we get? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, quite possibly 4. And when you consider the damage can be done by 1 banana, think what could be done with the bunch when all the scientists mysteriously transfer themselves into yellow vegetables, or indeed fruit, depending on which takes your fancy. Anyway, here's a scene where they get together. Here's a scene where they get together and make a trifle.
Citizens of Earth, remain in your homes. I am the Chief Banana. This is my bunch. We are coming to your planet to take over. There is no hiding. Everyone will slip and fall, and everyone will laugh. There is no use resisting us. We have no seeds. And we are delicious and full of potassium. That is all.
The wonderful Greg Proops literally acting out of his skin there. But how to end the film? Well, of course, you have to call in that great space detective Alec Guinness, here played memorably by Colin Mockery, who manages to find out exactly what's been going on and solve it within 1 minute.
You do not frighten me. I have seen you and your Oscar. Ha 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 ha.
Sir, he's the Commander Banana. Get rid of him and the rest will go with him.
Use the sauce.
Not the sauce.
Look, the banana's split.
Children.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Well, look at the bunch of the last game. Let's take a break. Bye. Okay, and I'm afraid all the points have been lost from the first half because of a computer error as we go into the second half. Starting with a game called Secret. This is for Ryan and Colin. I'd like to come on down, then you just have to act out a little scene. In fact, you're going to be Esmeralda and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Or Notre Dames, I think you call it, your side of the Atlantic. But there's a secret that's going to be discovered somewhere. Where would you think the secret would be discovered in a film of Hunchback and the Notre Dame? Esmeralda. Sorry? Laundrette. Now, remind me which scene has a laundrette in it? The bell tower. I think you're more on the case than the laundrette, Charlie. So, in the bell, do you think? Yeah. Inside the bell, yes. So, inside the bell, you've got to discover a secret, and we join the scene 20 seconds, 30 seconds before the secret is discovered. Away you go.
Ding, ding, bong, ding, 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 dong, dong, ding, ding. Hi.
Hello.
How are you, Quasi?
I still feel ugly.
You're not. You're not. There's beauty deep inside of you.
Then kiss me.
Come on now. Get serious.
I'm not that ugly. Pucker up. Give me one.
No, come on.
No, he's telling me I'm not ugly. That's all right. Come on, little nookie.
No, cold sore.
Cold sore. Get away from me.
Gee, it must be interesting ringing that bell all day long.
Yeah, it's a specialty job. Only I can do it.
Really? What's inside of it?
Nothing. Just a big ball that hits the side of it.
You hunchbacks are so secretive.
Well, no,
I just want to see what's...
Don't run to the bell.
Oh. A tuba.
Yeah. I get tired of ringing the bell all the time. I just didn't think the bell impressed you anymore. I thought a little tuba might turn you on.
Quasimodo, I can never love a man who plays a tuba. My mother was killed in a tuba accident.
I didn't know.
She was walking under the tuba cathedral when a juggling trick went horribly wrong.
That's her. This is me. Let me try.
Can you play the music of the night?
Can I? Help me with this.
All right. Stop! No desire burst through my loins like something bursting.
You don't like my tuba?
I love the tuba.
It's just you.
Perhaps if you were handsome, perhaps if I was a deeper person, I could overlook your deformity and your extreme ugliness and your...
Let me try something.
All right.
Yes, and there, yes. Oh, there it is. And there were fears that Walt Disney might ruin that story, but in fact, you two did. So well done. As we go on to a game called Picture. And this is for all 4 contestants, and all they have to do is to go over to the other side of the studio, and there we've got a magnificent photograph, or picture of some sort, and holes have been cut where the heads ought to be, and you put your heads in. That's it. Who knows what that's like? No. Just insert your head in the appropriate holes.
How do you like the size of my vine?
It's One Day in the Jungle is the scene you've got
Oh,
to
no,
improvise there.
thanks. I'll do the joke over again to less laughter this time.
Away you go, Greg.
Thank you. Well, who's next to grab my vine?
Do you mind if I call you Bright Eyes?
You're getting fleas all over me, you monkey.
Didn't expect a talking monkey, did ya?
I have a cramp. I have a cramp.
Here, let me hold it for you.
Jane, you slut.
You think a cramp is bad? My butt's right above your head.
It's not so good next to Greg's armpit.
I told you not to eat those green bananas, cheetah.
Stop it! Stop it! Very much. That's good enough, feel? Okay. And that puts Greg clearly in the lead. And if he doesn't win tonight, I'm a monkey's uncle. As we go on a game called How It Works. And this is going to feature Greg Proops, the host of the party. All the others are guests of the party. For each of the guests has been allocated a strange way of behaving, a quirk. They're getting those by looking at the envelopes in front of them. Greg doesn't know what the others have been given. He has to work that out from the way they improvise the scene. And they're going to be coming on in the order of Rory, Colin, and then Ryan. I'll make a doorbell noise to indicate when they got to the doorbell. Greg, I can see, has got the party and the full
Yes, it's a
swing.
move gradually to your right, party.
All right. It's like the Labour Party then. As we...
You sly raccoon. Oh, good. I'm near the door. Hi, Rory. Come on in.
Hi, Greg. Sorry I'm late. Would you believe Giggsy got an equaliser last minute, goes to penalty shootout. Where's the tossy? Where's the tossy?
The toddy comes later.
Well,
but would you like some... Hi, Colin.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wah, wah.
Hey, stop that. Hey, Colin, you want a straw or something? You're trapped in a submarine now. Get out of here. Do you want to look at the sun? Here's page 3.
No, well, actually, I'll wait for the real live ones to turn up.
Soon.
Hi, Greg.
Ryan.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're
I didn't
welcome.
know if you wanted a passport or not.
Well, gee, thanks. I have a passport
Okay.
already.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, don't drink it all.
Oh, sorry. Greg, I'd like to meet your friend. He's dead sexy.
Yeah, I think I can introduce you to him. He's smuggling exotic animals in the air. His trousers for some reason. Listen, I have to be honest with you. I didn't invite any chicks tonight, man. It's just going to be guys.
Look, I've been commentating for 40 years and I've not scored once yet.
Oh.
Just for once, on one occasion.
He's a femme. Des Lyman, who is he?
He's John Motson, well
Oh,
done.
of course he is. He's Don Motson. Give me my time. Give me my time.
And a very good impression there, but unfortunately, I don't think Greg follows football quite as closely as the rest of us. Anyway, so all equal points there. And let's go on to Hoedown. So come on down for all 4 contestants. And they have to make up a song on the spot in the form of Hoedown with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. Now, what I'd like to do, get somebody in the audience suggest something that gets you excited.
Bush custard.
Any more? So a little bit wide, and they've got to get 4 verses out of this. Winning the lottery. Well, that's fine, and that's a perfect one, that. Yes, we might even get the contract for the lottery show if we do it well. There's a thought. So the lottery, National Lottery, winning that, take it away. Richard, starting with Greg going down. Ryan, take it
Oh, I love the lottery. It makes me so excited. And if I were to win it, I'm sure I'd be delighted, but every time I go to the shop, it is just a drag. I see the shopkeeper and I have to give him a shag. So I get excited.
I just won the lottery, my lucky number 6. Having won the lottery, I'm gonna pick up loads of chicks. I'm gonna take them out and take them for dining, and then I'll have fun with them all. Can't wait to see the smile on their face when they see my bonus ball. If I win the lottery, I'd be one happy clown, 'cause then I would hire someone to do this home down. So if I won, I say, is it funny and you're vexed? Don't worry, 'cause Ryan's coming up with funny, he's next. I hope to win the lottery with a lot of luck. Boy, when I go crazy, I'd probably even... I wouldn't change it all, I'd keep my same old life. Sure, I'd go to the whorehouse and maybe kick out my wife. Kick out my wife.
In fact, well, very well done. In fact, you're also good tonight. In fact, we've got 4 joint winners this week, so well done, all of you. Well done. Okay. This is what my producer insists on. What you've got to do is you've got to play yourselves at the after-show party, except for Rory, who's going to be playing me. So just remains for me to thank Greg Proops, Rory Bremner, Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Richard Ranch, the pianist, me, Clive, and say good night. Good night.
Ryan, you be drinking over there.
Shut up, my name's Greg. After 9 years, you'd think you'd learn.
I want you to do, this is, okay, Colin, I want you to be Michael Muscle. Okay,
I've got shows on TV. This is my own show.
We're just going to, he's going to be the productive and I'm going to right, okay. Sorry, right, production Mike Peel, Mark Livingston, see here, Jeremy, Geraldine Down, right, okay, Dan has some music, there's me, good night.
Whose line is it anyway? The program which puts the performers on the spot, puts the audience in command, and keeps me in a job. Well, just about. And it features tonight the return of America's premier improviser, the indescribable Greg Proops, plus the surprise return of Britain's premier impressionist, the inimitable Rory Bremner, and the welcome return to civilization of Canada's premier animal impersonator, the incredible Colin Mockery, and finally the welcome re-return of the world's Premier League competitor on this show, the immeasurable Ryan Stiles. The first game we're going to start with tonight is Film and Theatre Styles with Ryan and Greg. If they come on down, I'm just going to give them a little scene to do in just a moment, but they have, in the course of it, to break into some film and theatre styles, as suggested now by the members of the studio audience. No good shouting out if you're home watching on television, it's got to be here. Anybody film and theatre styles?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, that is a director, so that would be okay. Woody Allen.
Scorsese.
Kabuki, Scorsese.
Sex education video.
Right, is that an audio placing, or are you just... you've seen a few of those, haven't you? I can tell the way you're squinting. So, sex education...